Greetings one and all, how's everyone doing? I hope very well. I wanted to do a video on, of course you probably saw the title, does a ferro rod make a good fire starter? And the short answer is yes. But I wanted to put my take on that. So I thought I'd go over a few ferro rods first, and just really quickly, and also my fire kits, which there's a more extensive video in my within my play. I think it's in my fire making playlist. If not, you can just do a video search for the. You can just do a video search for the video on my channel if you find it. Sorry, words are getting in the way. So this is my primary fire kit, which I've done a video on, and in here I keep the Armageddon model fire steel, which I really enjoy. And there's also my favorite scraper, the firesteel.com super scraper, which I love. Of course, I've got a few other items. I got lighter, and I've got some zip fire starters. Today's gonna be difficult filming because I'm literally like feet from the road because my regular site was grabbed. Anyway, this is if I go on a day hike or just a short outing, this is my day hike fire kit. I've got another super scraper hanging on the outside, and this is basically the same thing. Lighter, book of matches, the ferro rod, and this is some MRE toilet paper in here, which I could use as tinder if I needed to, and the MRE gum. I just threw it in there because they didn't weigh much. So that's these two, and I got this big beefy ferro rod, which I got from the MI Woodsman's giveaway. So thank you again, brother. I got the 6-inch ferro rod. I had a Facebook friend send me this. It's just a ferro rod with a cool handle with a compass, which I've used on video before. Another, both these, by the way, are firestarter.com. This one is it was just blank with no handle. I just put some Gorilla tape around the end and just some bank line for a lanyard. And then I get this little guy, which I used a bunch when I started, but it's the Exotech Mini. Basically, it's a keychain ferro rod. And I haven't really used it as much because it was kind of a pain. Size matters. Let's be honest. I mean, I just found it to be kind of a pain to strike. Not that it's bad. It's just, it's you can get well, maybe I can do a better demo. Okay, so this is just the Armageddon model. I mean, nice big strikes, nice big sparks. And this little one, it's just, you only get as much area to work with, but I guess it throws off a decent spark. It's just easier with this one, I found. And of course, the 6-inch rod. So okay, so as I believe I said, if I didn't, I'll say it now. What the ferro rod doesn't give you is flame like a lighter or matches, which people hate on matches, yet they seem to carry them. I don't mind using matches, whatever gets your fire going. Match, blowtorch, that's all good. Maybe blowtorch isn't very traditional, but I mean, don't get me wrong, I like ferro rods, but when you're starting out, they can be a little tricky to use unless you don't meet all the conditions. And those conditions pretty much are small, dry, fibrous material for the spark to catch. And I got an idea how I'm going to demo that, which I'm going to do right now. Okay, so one of my favorite methods of getting a fire going is the twig bundle. And I like it because I don't have to really carry anything special out here to get my fire going. Everything I need to get a fire going is right out here in the woods, which is what I like. I got this, if I didn't mention it before, I got this from Derek at the Woodsman School. And what you want to do is you want to, I have a few larger ones in here just to, when the little ones go, they'll light the big ones, and then I can go to my fire pit. So you just hit it with a lighter. There's a slight breeze, so the it's throwing my it doesn't even feel that windy, but there's like just enough breeze to mess my flame up. Or it could be the lighter, which I'll switch lighters. No, there's like just enough breeze. Good grief. Trying to use my body as a wind block. There it goes. So then you just tilt it so the flames are going up. And they're not catching the other wood. Come on. There we go. I might have had a little bit too much of the big stuff, but I could definitely get a fire going with this. So, throw that in the fire pit for now. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm prepping another bundle because I want to hit it with a ferro rod. Make sure I've got all these little small ones here. I'm going to have to lay it down when I hit it because I can't really hold it while I strike it. And by the way, I'm not trying to say that one is better than the other, because lighters have their place, matches have their place. You know, everything has its place. I mean, I've actually got enough sun out here right now. I could probably do a Fresno or a magnifying glass on a piece of char and get fire going that way. But that's another video. Those are kind of bigger, so I'm not going to use those. So I'm going to get these little guys into the center. My Armageddon fire steel, and I like the spray and pray method versus the pulling the rod back. I just find it more comfortable, but I like it better. Just shower it with sparks. Unfortunately, your hand hits. I mean, that's the only drawback, is that your hand will hit and send everything flying. So I want to make sure that it's on the bundle. So even as I'm pushing down on the ferro rod, it's kind of pushing everything around. Please excuse the traffic. I'm in a different spot and I'm only about 5 feet from the road, so it's also a Friday, so it's okay, so this is a 3,000 degree spark. Let's try a bigger ferro rod. I can actually feel the heat from it hitting my hand. Well, I mean, I'm feeling the heat on my hand. It's not that the sparks are hitting my hand, but so I think that's a good demo. So I could probably be here all day and not get that going. Let's see if the same. Is it out of fluid? It doesn't even feel that windy. It might be out of fluid, but I'm going to try to do this in one go so I don't have to. Just the wind just kicked up, like significantly. Come on, let up. I have to get up and turn the camera again. Trying to do this all in one take, so it wouldn't look like I was trying to pull the wool over your eyes. But the wind had to kick up. I don't want to have to do a cut here because I don't want to have to. Come on! Good grief. I need a windbreak. See, the wind keeps blowing out the little ones. I'm getting hosed on my own demonstration. There we go. And I'm still on camera. So, there we go. Sweet. And I didn't have to do a cut. But only because the wind was interfering. Which, you know, it can happen, but I didn't want to do a cut between the striking and the match. So there you go. And if I added more fuel, I could build up a fire. And I'm not really worried about the log because I can pour a little water on it when everything is done. So there you go. So is a ferro rod a good fire starter? I would say yes, but it's still a good idea to always have a flame for a backup. Because the ferro rod didn't get the sticks going, but the lighter did. If I had a cotton ball, or I had some birch bark, it would have gone up. I mean, the wind might have been a pain, but you know, it is what it is. Damn wind though. So there you go. So there's my take on the ferro. Is a ferro rod a good fire starter? And yeah, time to get my fire going so I can actually get some lunch happening. So have a good one and take it easy.